One of our country's greatest tragedies was the untimely assassination of our nation's 35th president, John F. Kennedy.
I remember coming home from second grade and my neighbor's mom being in tears after she heard the news. It was a very traumatic time for the country.
As time goes on, there are less and less of us who remember the day of his death firsthand, but the impact it had on the United States has not diminished.
He actually was president and died before I was born, and so I don't have any firsthand experience of him being president.
The JFK Library and Museum began construction in June of 1977 and has continued to progress and evolve into the magnificent monument that it is today. What had started out as a building of 115,000 square feet is now a tremendous 9 floors and 164,000 square feet. The architect of the building itself was I.M. Pei, who was unanimously chosen by a subcommittee. Within the 45 years that it has been standing, the JFK Library has seen more than 8 million visitors, with more than 200,000 visitors per year, making this the 4th most visited presidential library. But not all of the attendees travel to Boston to see this beautiful historical monument. The JFK Library reports that there have been 4.5 million visitors coming to see the history of our 35th president and receive a virtual tour. Though the number continues to decrease, there is a large amount of attendees who were alive on the day John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Those who were born years later may have heard secondhand stories from their parents or grandparents, but they understand the gravity of Kennedy's death and the importance the historic event has had on our nation.
To me, he's an important president for our country, an example of innovation and peace and also civil rights.
I think learning about the history is pretty cool, learning about what he stood for, the Democratic Party.
Today, we remember John F. Kennedy as one of the most influential presidents our country has ever had. With continued donations and support, the JFK Library and Museum will continue to inspire humanity for years to come.